Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yes.
Ready? Just one moment, Chair. We're waiting on one of the recording devices. That's good.
Let's see, I need to change my speaker output.
Chair, we're good. Is Commissioner Halt here yet? Still not here. Okay. Okay, good morning and welcome to the June 12th, 2026 meeting of the Oregon Government Ethics Commission. It is 9:05 a.m. and I hereby call this meeting to order. For the record, my name is Shanoa Payne and it is my privilege to serve as the chair of the Ethics Commission. Our executive director, Susan Myers, is in the Salem office, as are staff from the administrative, investigative, and training sections of the agency. Our counsel from the Department of Justice, Dan Gilbert, also is in the Salem office. As for the other commissioners, Vice Chair Jonathan Thompson is in the Salem office. Commissioner Richard Burke is online. Commissioner Ann Mettler is online. Commissioner Yvonne Resendez Gutierrez is online. Commissioner Peter Jancy is online. And Commissioner Alicia McCauley is excused. And I believe Commissioner Sherry Helt will be joining us shortly online. Therefore, we have a quorum, and so we will proceed through the public and executive session agendas. Do we have any comments from the commissioners before we proceed? Seeing and hearing none, going to the public session agenda, we will review and approve the minutes from the May 8th, 2026. Do we have any comments or discussion before I hear a motion? Seeing and hearing none, do I have a motion?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move that we approve the minutes from the May 8th, 2026 meeting as presented.
Thank you. Commissioners, you've heard the motion. Administrator, can you please call the roll?
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Commissioner Jancy,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Commissioner Mettler.
I'm abstaining. I wasn't here.
Thank you. Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez.
I abstain as well.
Has Commissioner Helt joined?
I might have to wait.
Yeah, did at the end.
Commissioner Halt has not joined.
Okay. Chair Payne.
Aye. Do we have a quorum or do we need to delay this vote to the end of the meeting? Or later in the meeting?
We do not have 5 votes.
Okay, so what we will do is wait until Commissioner Halt joins the meeting. And we will revisit this vote until after Commissioner Halt joins the meeting, since we had 2 abstentions. So let's revisit this vote later in the meeting.
And we can just bring it to the next meeting.
Okay, that's fine.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. We will now move into executive session. There will be a time for commissioners to, prior to moving into executive session, to announce any conflicts. So be prepared to do that before we move into executive session. But prior to doing that, I'm going to read the statutory authority for moving into executive session. Commissioner Burke, if you're going to announce a conflict, I'll just ask you to wait until after I read the statutory authority, and I'll give you a moment to do that. Okay?
That's fine. I put my hand down. Thank you.
Okay. The Oregon Government Ethics Commission will be moving into executive session for the purpose of considering preliminary reviews. Representatives of the news media and designated staff shall be allowed to attend the executive session. When we enter executive session, all other members of the audience will be asked to leave the room. Everyone currently joining the meeting online and over the phone, other than representatives of the news media, will be removed from the meeting. If your case is being heard in executive session, you will need to rejoin the meeting where you will be held in the virtual waiting room until the commission is ready to hear your case. Our staff will text you on the number you provided them to let you know when we are about to hear your case. We are moving into executive session to consider preliminary reviews pursuant to the following authorities. ORS 192660 subsection 2F to consider information or records that are exempt by law from public inspection. ORS 244260 subsections 4C and D requiring preliminary reviews to be kept confidential and requiring the commission to consider preliminary reviews in executive session. And ORS 192685 subsection 1 requiring public meetings law complaints to be considered as provided in ORS 244260, which includes the confidentiality and executive session requirements of ORS 244260 subsections 4C and D. Representatives of the news media are specifically directed that after the commission has made its final determinations and adjourned the executive session, they may report on the preliminary review cases, including the commission's deliberations and its final determinations. ORS 244260 subsection 4DC authorizes the commission to deliberate and make its final determinations on preliminary reviews in executive session. Following the conclusion of the meeting, the commission will publicly disclose and post the audio and video recordings of the preliminary review executive session. Once the executive session is concluded, we will return to open session and welcome the audience back into the room. Finally, if any of the commissioners have any conflicts of interest relating to any of the agenda items being heard in executive session, please make any potential or actual conflict of interest disclosures now before we enter the executive session. And I just want to remind commissioners, we had this discussion before, that if you have a statutory conflict of interest, please be clear to make sure you disclose a statutory conflict of interest. If you don't have a statutory conflict of interest, but you are otherwise recusing yourself due to a reason that is not a statutory conflict of interest, please make that clear. Commissioners? Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez, please.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to declare a potential conflict of interest for matters numbers 2, 3, 4 on the consent calendar because my firm represents that individual. I don't personally, but my firm does. And that's all I have today.
Thank you, Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez. Commissioner Burke.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I will be abstaining from and declaring a conflict of interest with respect to business item 12. That's me. I guess I'm the subject of the business item. And while I'll make a brief statement like any respondent would, I will not be participating in the voting or debate.
Thank you, Commissioner Burke. Do any other commissioners wish to declare a conflict or wish to recuse themselves from any matters on the executive session agenda before we move into executive session? Okay, hearing none. Staff may begin to clear the room for any members of the public that are not permitted in the upcoming executive session. I need a minute too, just a second. Take all the time you need.
I'm gonna mute the room while we work on clearing it. Yes, you
Great.
do. Once we've cleared the room. I guess for audio. Sorry.
No.
I think we read it.
Okay.
And once it's cleared.